Wuthering Heights is really bad.
It's awful.
So this is Emerald Fennell's first movie after Saltburn, a movie which I thought was fine, but a little bit overrated. But it's basically the Valentine's Day chick flick for the year. It's based on a book by the same name, and it's an 18th century love story between a working class girl named Kathy and her childhood best friend Heathcliff, who also happens to be her servant. And first of all, I know what you're all thinking. What did the straight white guy think? But I do actually really like romance stories. I think that if you can get romantic leads that are interesting characters and work well together and have genuine conflict and resolution, it's one of the most compelling ways for me to be emotionally invested in a story. This movie does not do that at all. I think the characters in this movie are actually horrible. Both horrible people and horribly written. I think to first get into something that I did like, the performances themselves aren't that bad. I really did like Margot Robbie in this movie, even if it is just for the fact that she didn't feel like Margot Robbie at all. She plays a character that she doesn't usually play. And Jacob Elordi is also doing a pretty good job. The only problem is the characters they're playing are really bad people. First of all, Kathy and Heathcliff have zero character traits in this entire movie. Every single action and every single thing they like and everything they say and everything they do in this movie is just because they are in love with the other person. And it's so superficial and contrived, and it's not the way you write romance at all. I don't understand it. Me and my friends, when leaving this movie, could not name a single thing Kathy genuinely likes other than Heathcliff. The only thing I could think of is maybe money, but she only wants that so she can support Heathcliff. It's not how you write a compelling female lead. And Jacob Elordi's character I do have a bigger issue with, and I think part of that issue comes from the adaptation side of things. Now again, I have not read the book, and I'm hearing what people are saying about the book, rather than actually reading it. So if I'm missing context or whatever, please correct me in the comments. However, Jacob Elordi in this movie plays a servant, and it's a character that in the book is not meant to be white at all. And there's a bit of racial tension there that is kind of the underpin of the whole story. It's why they can't just run away. It's why it's so complicated and messy, especially for the time period that they're meant to be in. And it kind of, first of all, I assume it erases a bit of the culture from the original book. But if you're also getting rid of that racial tension, you do kind of need to replace it with something. Because there's no tension or issues or stakes in this entire movie. I am getting a little bit into spoilers here, but it's all in the trailer. But Jacob Elordi's character does run away in the first third of this movie, and it turns out great for him. This movie just gets really tiring when it's people going through the same dilemma and the same moral situation when there's actually no stakes about it. And they're not actual characters that have any emotions or feelings towards themselves. They just really want to get freaky with the other person. It's not compelling at all. It feels like fan fiction. It also does the one trope that I can't stand, which is when a character overhears a conversation and then misses the one sentence that would have added context to everything. Oh my god, this movie's so dumb.
So dumb, it's brilliant. No! It's just dumb.
And look, this video is a lot more of a rant than it is a review. But you kind of just realize halfway through that the main characters are bad people, and the movie just doesn't seem to realize that. This movie thinks it's a lot more mature and a lot smarter than it really is. Just because people talk in a vaguely Shakespearean way doesn't mean the characters are any more interesting. The character Nellie here is portrayed as someone who's getting in the way of their relationship and treated as the bad guy. But she's the only one that acts rationally in this movie. I think my entire issues with this movie come down to Emerald Fennell as a director. Because yes, I said Saltburn was fine, and it's not as mind-blowing as people say, but it is very similar to this movie in that it has some weird hypersexual moments which are only used for shock value. But in Saltburn, the characters were at least interesting, and it was trying to say something. It wasn't just for nothing. But in this movie, the same very awkward, uncomfortable, sensual moments are literally just here for the sake of it. They add nothing in this movie. There's these TikTok-ass montages with Charlie XCX playing in the background, and the movie acts like these characters have done anything compelling throughout the whole runtime. I will say at the very least, it's very funny. I laughed multiple times during this movie just because of a very out-of-place song placement. But that is not the reaction I should be feeling towards my 18th century romance period piece. But with all of this horrible character work and horrible plot and nothing to say, annoyingly, this movie does still have things that are kinda cool. It does work in moments, because the annoying thing about Emerald Fennell is she kinda has some of the sauce. The cinematography in this movie is legitimately awesome. I've been playing trailer footage, and you can probably see, there's some shots in this movie that are just so cool. You'll enter a scene and the first shot will be this very extreme close-up of something you can't recognize, and it's really uncomfortable. Come to think of it, the first entire third is kind of solid, mainly because of the kid actors. I think Owen Cooper was something I was most excited for in this movie, and he does really sell it. He's really, really good. And this movie, at the very least, nails the aesthetic of what they're trying to do. But I'm sorry, man, the style needs some substance in this movie. It's not enough for me to praise the cinematography or the aesthetic of this movie when everything that it's leading towards and all the meaning behind it is just so badly written. Fennell just seems way too focused in this movie on Robbie and Elordi fan edits, and just not enough time to give me an actual story. So is Wuthering Heights a good adaptation? I don't know. Probably not, but I also don't really care about the adaptation side. But is Wuthering Heights a good movie? Nah, it's not. I like the presentation, but that's about all this movie has. A very disappointing 3 out of 10. So that's my review of Wuthering Heights. If you've seen the movie, let me know. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Put it in the comments below. Also, like and subscribe for more reviews and some more long-form videos. I kind of did ditch the Netflix video I was going to make, just because I feel like there's a lot more I need to say and a lot more Netflix I need to watch, but that might come in the next few months. Otherwise, there's an Oscar video coming next month, so look forward to that, and I'll see you in the next review.